All right, so today for Foundation Friday, I'm trying out a new-ish drugstore foundation. This one launched within the last few months. This is the Revlon Color Stay Full Cover Foundation. This retails for $13.99 on Ulta's website, and it comes in 12 shades. I have the two lightest shades, 110 Ivory and 150 Buff. But first, let's go on Ulta and read what this thing is supposed to do. So it says it's full coverage and it lasts up to 24 hours. Flawless matte without looking cakey or dry. Lightweight, blends seamlessly, shine-free, made with water, not oil, and that's pretty much it. So I have dry skin. Matte foundations are usually a no for my skin, but some of them do work. I've actually reviewed quite a few matte foundations in the last couple months, so I'll leave my Foundation Friday playlist down below if you want to go watch any others, but there have been some matte foundations lately that have worked on my dry skin, so it is possible. So we'll see. But I'm going to start swatches right here of this foundation in the shade 110 and 150 compared to some of my other foundations. Alright, so here are some swatches. Right here is the Revlon Full Cover Foundation in the lightest shade 110. Next over is the Revlon Full Cover in 150 Buff. Here's Revlon Color Stay, the original version in 150 Buff, so there is some difference in the buff shades here, mostly just an undertone. Here's Flower Beauty Light Illusion in the lightest shade L1 Porcelain, Wet n Wild Photo Focus Foundation in Porcelain, and Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless in 110. If you're excited for Foundation Friday, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. If you're new here, I upload every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 6 p.m. Pacific time. You can join the Baby Radio family and subscribe. I'm out of breath. All right, we are getting real up close. I'm hoping in my new setup you guys can really see everything. I think you can. I haven't done swatches yet. I have a feeling I'm going to be closer to 150 just based on past Revlon Color Stays. Oh, never mind. That looks pretty dark. By the way, right now it is 10:02. Let's do a little face swatch. There's 110 and oh, yeah, 150 definitely looks a bit dark, but 110 I think might be too light. First, let me try a little bit of 110 just to see. All right, so here's 110 first with the brush. This is supposed to be full coverage. Okay, so 110 is actually a pretty good shade match. It's looking like. We'll see if it oxidizes throughout the day, but right now, definitely closer to 110 than 150. This is not looking like full coverage at all. My freckles and stuff coming through, it basically just canceled out the redness on my face. I'd say this is definitely closer to light to medium coverage. I don't even know about medium coverage. That looks pretty dang light. It's not looking very matte at all. Maybe it'll kind of mattify as it dries down, or maybe because it is pretty sheer, my like moisturizer and stuff is just coming through underneath, because it definitely looks pretty dewy right now. Let's go on the sponge side and see how it goes. I'm going to go in with my LA Girl sponge. Ugh. Do not like how this blends out with the sponge at all. Okay, that looks sheer coverage with the sponge for sure. So I'd say light coverage with a brush, sheer with the sponge. Wow, this is not what I was picturing at all. I do have a little breakout down here. I've been trying out new moisturizers and I'm pretty sure, which one was it? Pretty sure the Bobbi Brown one is breaking me out, the face base. I'm gonna actually use the brush on the side of my forehead and then smooth over my forehead with the sponge just to get the same kind of coverage. There's actually a pretty big difference. I feel like that is showing up on camera. You can see this side versus the coverage on this side. I'm gonna use the brush to finish off this side of my forehead. And I'm also gonna go back over this side of my face with the brush. Okay, so going back over this with the brush. Ooh, that does not look good on my skin. I always show you clip-in natural lighting too, but it's just basically like sitting on top of my skin here. If you see parts blurred out, it's just the lens. It blurs on the edges, but I'm as close as possible right now. It's just like sitting on top of my skin. Doesn't look like it fully wants to like really go into my skin. You can see it sitting there. I'm just gonna try and smooth this over with the sponge. Right now, definitely wouldn't wear this again. It's marketed as being full coverage. It's definitely nowhere near full coverage. I don't mind a light coverage foundation if it looks like skin, because that's kind of the point. Like if I'm gonna be wearing a light coverage foundation, I want it to look like I don't have makeup on, you know what I'm saying? So for that, I definitely wouldn't reach for this again, because you can see the makeup on my face, but it also is light coverage. Like it's also not covering like the redness on my nose at all, and the redness on my cheek area. It's really not even wanting to totally cover the redness. So right now it's 10:11. I'm gonna do the rest of my makeup and I'll be right back and I'll show you guys what this looks like in natural lighting, and we'll do a flash test too. Okay, it's now 10:39. The check-in time is 10:15 since that's when I finished up with my face makeup, but all the rest of my makeup is on and I'm still feeling pretty much exactly the same way. It doesn't look like, you know, total shitty or anything. It just doesn't look the best compared to other foundations that I have and that I love. So I just wouldn't reach for this one again, but I'm gonna tell you guys the makeup on the rest of my face and then we'll do the shot in natural lighting and we'll do a flash test. So I tried out the Urban Decay Naked Cherry palette for my eyeshadows today. Worked fine. This palette, like, I don't know, the colors just don't, I'm not feeling it. Like, I don't get the feels from this palette. For liquid lipstick, I used AOA Wonder Matte and Fleek, and then I topped it off with this MAC. This is the new Powder Kiss lipstick in Influentially It. This is like a super light nude color, and I really like it layered on top of here. For the 5,000th time, I have not gotten my lips done. I've never gotten my lips done. I feel like I get comments on it, and it's only in Foundation Friday videos for some reason. I don't know if it's because you guys see me like first thing in the morning, but I feel like my face usually is a little bit swollen in the morning for whatever reason, so I don't know if that's why, but I've never got my lips done, but thank you. Also, we'll see how my eyes are doing throughout the day with this palette because Urban Decay shadows usually kind of irritate my eyes. For bronzer, I used my Bare Minerals Invisible Bronze in the shade Fair to Light. I used to always use this and I just found it at the bottom of my drawer again, so that's what I have on for bronzer. For highlight, I'm using Fenty Girl Next Door Chic Freak. I just go in with this shade, love this highlight. And then for my blush, I'm using It Cosmetics Ombre Radiance in Je ne sais quoi. And I just go in with like the lightest right here. Look how pretty that is. Woo. So here's a clip in natural lighting. All right, so here we are in natural lighting. This is the first time I'm looking at it in natural lighting too. And it's actually looking hella dewy. Like, I thought it might have just been the lights that were making it look dewy, but these lights, my new lighting, should look like more realistic. It doesn't bounce back as much as like the ring lights that I was using. So it's soft light, so it shouldn't give like the effect of dewier skin than it actually is in real life, if that makes any sense. So that's good to know that it actually is like accurate because it's looking pretty friggin' dewy in this lighting. Like, my forehead looks borderline oily. I love a good dewy forehead, but just the way that it looks right here too. But you can see it just almost looks like it's breaking down or doesn't want to totally cover. Not looking the best. And also around my nose, like, you can just see some massive shine around here. But this is supposed to be like a full coverage matte foundation, so it's not that at all. Not quite there with this one, but it doesn't look bad. But let's do a flash test. By the way, I'm debating getting the iPhone Max, XS Max, whatever the bigger one is, just the new camera. If you guys have it, let me know if you think the camera is worth it. I saw, I think Casey Neistat did like a comparison of the Google Pixel to it, and the Pixel still looked better, but I'm thinking about upgrading to the iPhone Max just for the camera. Does look like there's a little bit of bounce back and flash just because it looks like it matches my neck in real life, and then in this photo my face does look a bit lighter on flash. It doesn't look horrible. I think mostly it's just like my under eye powder that looks like there's flashbacks. Second time again is 10:15, so I'll see you guys around 3 o'clock. Okay, so it's now 3:43, so it's been on for about 5.5 hours now. So my forehead still almost looks like oily to me. It's not dew. I'm not getting too bad of creasing on my upper lip or around here, so that's good. That's usually where I'll crease a bit. Everywhere else looks okay. Looks like a little bit dry around this area a little bit. That's where we're at right now. I'll check in with you guys at the end of the night. Just got super dark. Whoa. I just like instantly pressed record and didn't even mean to, but hello. What time is it? It is 8:42. So the foundation's been on for over 10 hours now, about 10, almost 10.5 hours. Crease wise, it actually looks really good. Like, I'm not getting pretty much any creasing around the areas that I usually do that I pointed out in the last check-in. By the way, my eyes are like definitely burning either from the eyeliner on my waterline or the Urban Decay Cherry palette, one of them. I'm pretty sure it's the palette. I'm getting a little bit right there, but not bad at all. I'm not getting like any on my upper lip. My forehead looks the same as before, like pretty greasy. It is separating a bit right on the center of my forehead. Is it the worst looking foundation ever on my skin? Definitely not. Does it do anything that it claims it does? Definitely not. So I don't know what was happening with those claims. I just don't like enough things with this one that I would reach for it again. I have other foundations, other drugstore foundations that I would 110% reach for and recommend to you guys over this one. YouTube actually, when I'm filming this today, just went down for like 2 hours. What the heck? I just posted a bonus vlog, the Memphis vlog. It is back. The world is back on. But if you guys enjoy Foundation Fridays, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. If you're new here, you can join the Bayrito family and subscribe. I upload every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 6 p.m. Pacific time. I love you guys. Thanks for watching. See you in my next video. Bye.